In this video, we're going to finish off the second worksheet for the ugly heads department. Okay, so we determined our physical flow and we calculated EUP. The next step is to calculate the cost per EUP. So we're going to start with our beginning inventory. Beginning inventory is 109,000 and the breakup of that is 47,000 in direct materials and 62,000 in conversion. Okay, our direct material added this period is 539,000 and our conversion added this period is 650,500. So our total cost this period, and if you remember back to module 3, beginning in WIP, we start with beginning WIP inventory plus direct materials plus our direct labor and factory overhead, and that's our conversion. On the direct materials side, our total costs are 586,000, and on the conversion side, our total costs are 712,000. So, or 712,500. So then we copy down our EUP. Our EUP for direct materials is 73,250. And our EUP for conversion is 71,250. So our cost per EUP for direct materials is our total cost of 586,000 divided by 73,250 EUP, or a total of $8 per unit. On the conversion side, we're going to take our total cost of 712,500 and divide it by our EUP of 71,250 units. We're going to get a cost of $10 per unit. And if I add my direct materials cost per unit to my conversion cost per unit, my total cost per unit for the ugly head department is $18 per unit. All right, let's go ahead and assign our costs and reconcile our costs, and then we will be done. All right, so first we're going to assign costs to our finished goods, the ones that we finished out of this department. So in order to do that, we're going to take our finished number of units from step 1, 69,500, and we're going to multiply it by our direct materials cost per unit. It's going to be right here. And we're going to get 556,000. We'll do the same thing for conversion. We're going to multiply our finished number of units from step 1 by our cost per unit in step 3. And we get a total finished good cost of conversion of 695,000. So if I add those up, excuse me, I've got a little tickle in my throat. All right. We have total cost of $1,251,000 that we transfer out of ugly heads and into either finished goods or the next department. Right, so that is the total amount of cost that we're transferring out. If we were doing a journal entry, we would debit finished goods and credit WIP. Okay. Next, we're going to calculate the cost of our remaining ending inventory, or the cost remaining in ending inventory. So in order to do that, we need to multiply our EUP in ending inventory by our cost per EUP. Okay, so our EUP in ending inventory is this 37,550 or 3,750. Okay, a lot of people get themselves screwed up here and they use total ending inventory. But total ending inventory isn't finished, and because costs that we've calculated are for a finished product, we really need to use the EUP, which is the equivalent whole units of production. So we're going to use 3,750, and we're going to multiply that by our costs, direct materials cost per EUP, and we get 30,000. Then we're going to do the same with conversion. I'm going to multiply my conversion ending inventory EUP of 1,750 times my conversion cost per EUP of $10, and that's going to be 17,500. I'm going to add those two numbers up, and that gives me an ending inventory balance of 47,500. So that's what I'm going to put on the balance sheet for my WIP ending inventory is going to be 47,500. I'm going to add both of these together. Finished goods plus my ending inventory, and I'm going to get 1,298,500, and that matches and it's good, but I'm going to go ahead and do the reconciliation down here. So my beginning inventory is 109,000. My direct materials cost added in the period is 539,000. And my conversion cost added in the period is 650,500. And if I add that up, I'm going to get 1,298,500, which is exactly the amount of costs I've assigned to finished goods and ending inventory. I'm going to just take both of those and give them my little double underline. All right, that finishes up the Ugly Heads worksheet. Now you guys get to go on and practice this some more in your homework. Remember, if you have any questions or you want to go through some more of these together, feel free to come to office hours. I would love to see you. If you don't remember what time we have office hours, go ahead to and head to the homepage on Canvas. It will give you the days, times, and the Zoom link. All right, I will see you then.